guys, welcome back to the Bayside Fabrication YouTube channel. Big things happening today. Well, not really that big. Big tires and big wheels. So these are off my E30 actually. I could not stand looking at this anymore, and I needed to switch it up just to give it a visualization. So I don't know why, it's just these look terrible. So what I'm doing is throwing on these 245 40 Hoosiers on 17 by 9s, and I'm just doing it to get a look of it because I am putting on these wheels here, which I'm in the middle of refinishing. It's just taking some time, but these are going to be 17 by 8s in the front, and then I have two 17 by 9 barrels that are going to go in the rear. So total I have, how many is it, 6 wheels here. So my idea is to have 2 9s in the rear, 2 8s in the front, and that's just for like driving around and street, you know, car show, you know, whatever, just cruising around. And then any kind of drift events, I'm gonna throw 2 8s in the rear, and then I'll use those, and the 8s are not gonna be as nice. And the reason I'm doing that is the 9s are actually very hard to find, and they're pretty rare wheels, and I could probably, when they're refinished, they're probably worth like, I don't know, 1,300, 1,400 bucks at least for a staggered set of these. So I don't want to beat those up, because if I, you know, blow a tire off and grind the wheel into the ground, that would not be that cool. The 8s, they're all day, every day. You can get these for 300 to 400 bucks in this kind of shape online all day long. So they're very cheap. There's tons of them out there, not hard to find. So that's what we're doing here. But yeah, let's get these meats on there just to see how it looks. So the rears are going to be pretty accurately, I think the offset and everything is pretty close to what we're doing. Oh, by the way, these are Style 5s or RC 090s. That's what these wheels are, factory BMW. And these are factory BMW Style 32s. And these are 17 by 9s square. So this is a square set I had, like I said, off my E30. And we're just seeing how it looks. Oh man. This is the most excited I've been all week. It actually looks like a cart now. All right, guys, here it is. In its latest form. So these are the minimum size tires I'm gonna run. I've just decided. I think I wanna do like 275s in the back or something ridiculous. These are 245 50s. I'm sorry, 245 40s. And they're Hoosiers, so they're really like a 255 series tire, but I think we can go bigger. And we definitely need to get the camber sorted out because it's pretty bad, but fire me up. This is freaking awesome. Loving it. Now let's get a third brake light on and get this thing driving around town. Took a minute today to get my third brake light installed. It's all right. I'm by myself, so we're gonna have to use the pokey stick here. Boop, boop. It's a brake light. So this here battery cable and battery setups actually pissing me off now. So I think that's gonna be next on the list. And what I'm going to do is move it probably to right there. And I'll just shorten this cable up about 6-7 feet. Dang, they're ripping it next door. Probably should, oh, there's my tape measure. Dude, I've been looking for this. Probably shorten it up about 6 or 7 feet and put it right front and center here. And that's gonna be where it's gonna live, because it's just stupid here. It doesn't make any sense. It's ugly, it's just extra wiring. So that's the plan as of now. Man, other than Rearview Mirrors, we are pretty much street legal. I can't wait till we get our Turbski on here so it doesn't sound like a tractor. Not gonna lie, really sounds like crap, but these things happen. Well, just showing you guys real quick what we're doing. I am relocating the battery, okay? So I'm gonna relocate it to the passenger right footwell. That way it's as low in the car as possible. We save a few, geez, I don't know, 10, 15 feet of cable, of battery cable. And what I'm doing is just mounting this switch here. So let me show you how this looks. This is just a basic battery switch. Right? So I'm just taking the wires that were going to the original battery and just essentially shortening them. And this is our hole here. I just drilled it in the cowl. This is for the windshield wiper. So how I did that was I just mirrored it here. And now it fits really. Now it fits really nicely on the back side here. So very simple. You know, I was going to route it to the driver's side because just logic goes, well, if there's an issue, they're going to run to the driver's side first. However, honestly, I just didn't want to run all the cable over there, then back and over, you know, one of those deals. So this way works well for me. And that's just how we're going to do it on this guy. But I just have to come up with a battery bracket to hold down the battery, and we'll get right back at you with this. But this is a very quick, simple job, and it's just something I wanted to do to clean up the back. Now we can take a look at the back here. You can see how much cleaner it is. So it's just the main wiring loom here, taillights. This still needs to be thinned, but like I said, that's a rainy day deal. So we just had a few minutes here. I was waiting on parts to be sandblasted for my S54 oil pans. I had 3 of those this week, so it's kind of been kind of busy with that. So this has kind of been on the back burner a little bit here. But, oh, let me show you what else I did. Nothing crazy. But here's our 410 diff. So I just painted it, just gloss black. And this is now our welded differential that is going in to the Z-Kart. So we just cleaned it up a little bit. I mean, I'll show you guys right now. All the bushings on this thing are toast. Like, look at this. That diff bushing is totally smoked. So I definitely want to get that in before I start doing any kind of slidey stuff, because that's how you break axles and whatnot. Just all that flex and stuff in the rear end. Although I don't think I'm gonna be breaking an axle with 180 horsepower. It's still is one of those things you really want to address. And another thing I got, my buddy Eli dropped off these E46 Control Arms. So, you know, I threw him a couple bucks for them. The boots are torn just because when he took them off to do his SLR kit, the fork tore them. So I'm not really gonna worry about it. It was like literally $20, I think, for both of those. And yeah, we're just gonna replace these. That'll give us a lot more. I think it's 3 inches longer. Once I pull these out, we'll measure to confirm, but I think it's that significant. So we should be able to get a lot more angle, and that would be a really, really good thing here. So that's what we'll do. I don't think I'll have time today, but I really want to do the whole front end in one day. I'll do the E46 arms, our relocation, tie rod end relocation brackets, and I have a control arm bushing that I bought that I will try to get that fitted on here. So we're gonna get doing that, but as of now, I just want to get this battery squared away and just get that all buttoned up and secure so we can move forward here. And this is a little bracket I came up with. So we just have some threaded rod that is bolted through the floor, or drilled and through bolted on the backside with fender washers. And I just made this quick little aluminum bracket. And then let me show you our battery. So our battery is going to sit something just like this. Now, I use motorcycle batteries on cars because they're light, they're cheap, and they're AGM batteries. I can actually mount this on its side, but I wanted to keep this one vertical because if I have a passenger, I want to have some kind of foot room in here. So that's why I did it like that. I'd usually tilt it on its side. That way it's just a lower center of gravity. It is like a 15, 16 pound battery. They're still a little heavy. They're not like a super lightweight battery, but compared to a normal size battery, automotive battery, they are significantly lighter. I think a regular battery weighs, I don't know, 60 something pounds. So I like to use these just because of that reason. And we did that. So all I have to do here is thread on, or trim these studs. Now that we have the proper length, bolt on our nuts, and hook up our ground, which I welded. I welded a bolt to my roll cage plate here, so that's just, well, that's welded there. And then I shortened up our battery terminals. And another thing I was working on is our rearview mirrors. So I got this side done, and what I did was I was just able to weld a nut onto the part of the windshield frame here, actually. And this is still loose because I just painted it. But that's how our mirror is gonna look. Just nice, simple. These are like, I don't know, $35 eBay motorcycle, universal motorcycle mirrors. So it's one of those things where it's all discreet in there, so I can pop them off if I want to. But I don't think I will. I mean, there's no reason I need to take them off. They're small, subtle, and you know, this car is not really in the one for aerodynamics at this point, so that's nothing we're really worried about. But I think they look cool. Nothing too obnoxious. We'll pull it out and take a look once I get the other one on. But I'm also going to do another test today because we have our 410 limited slip that's actually ready to go in the car right now. I don't have time to do that. I have a couple oil pans and customers' orders I really have to get taken care of this weekend. So what I'm going to do is, with a stock, I think it's a 363 differential, we're going to do a 0 to 60 run just down the street. And what that's going to tell us, I have an app on my phone that should work. I haven't tried it yet, but so that will tell us what this differential does 0 to 60, and then we'll do the same test with the same app, even if it's not a real 0 to 60 number. You know, even if the app's off a little bit, let's say, at least it should be consistent with using the same app. So I don't have high hopes for a fast 0 to 60 by any way, shape, or form. However, it will be cool to see the difference from a 363 to a 410. So it should be very significant, actually. So very excited to do that. But let's get these mirrors buttoned up and get this car outside and checked out again. Okay, I just took it for a little spin, and I tried to do a 0 to 60 on my stupid phone, but it went to kilometers, so it was 0 to 60 kilometers. So I'm trying to do the math, but I don't know. It's not that fast, let's put it that way. But I got my mirrors on, that's what I'm saying here. Got my little mirrors on, they're kind of cute. But they work and they keep me legal here, so. Fenders are a must though, man. I got a whole bunch of crap flying in this car, and it's out of control, so. That will be the next thing, but I'm gonna try to take to a little drift competition tonight. I'm not gonna enter it, obviously. The car's nowhere near ready for anything like that, but it's right down the street, and that might be cool to check out. So we'll see how that goes. Well, guys, my first time driving this car in the street, and it's certainly an experience. It's so cool. You can see the tires, you can hear everything. I mean, it's just. Like, I used to ride motorcycles, but this is twice as fun. I'm digging it, man. I mean, the seats are terribly uncomfortable. It feels like my spine's gonna get shot out through my neck, but other than that, great A. I've been in the car about 10 minutes, and yeah, these seats are not. They're as comfortable as they look, I guess, but pretty fired up, man. This is so fun. God, I love Florida. So at this point, I left my GoPro in the truck, and my phone was about to die. So I didn't want to kill all my battery in case I broke down, but thankfully, everything went great. I drove the car around town a little bit, cruised it, just putted. I had 2 people ask if it was Miata, which I'm not thrilled about, but hey, it's how it goes, I guess, Miata life. But yeah, it was so much fun, and I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I can't wait to just move this car forward and make it faster and cooler and handle better and all that fun stuff and just keep going with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.